Right, we're back at the city centre property today. Why? Because we've got one tenant that's just checked out. So we need to go in and we need to see if we're going to give the deposit back. Now, while I'm here, I'm going to give you a walkthrough on the whole of the building as well to show you exactly what this property consists of. Let's go. So first of all, we've got 13 garages, if you see here. So we've got, starting from there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then this block here as well, which is down here, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now there's a reason I don't use them, okay? So when I bought this property, well, I don't know, nearly 10 years ago now, we let all of these garages out to tenants. Now, if you can think about this, look, so you've got a tenant here, and they've got a car in that garage, and then you've got somebody else who's a tenant, and they park their car here, they can't get out. So it started to cause me no end of problems with tenants calling me at 7 o'clock in the morning saying that they can't get out because their cars are blocked in. So I decided, you know what, for the sake of letting them out for a few quid a month, I'm just going to close them. So we don't use them, and they're all completely shut and boarded up. So that's the reason why I don't use the garages here. Maybe sometime in the future. And this wall keeps getting knocked over. I'm fed up of rebuilding it. Every time I rebuild it, somebody else reverses into it and it gets knocked over again. So that's another work in progress. Right, let's go into the main building and let's have a look to see what's going on. I don't know if Dennis is cutting the lawns. I don't know why Den's here. So I always check the bin area here. So this little piece of concrete we had done probably about 2 or 3 years ago, and literally within about a day of it being down, we had dog prints all over it, we had rat bloody paw prints all over it. Nightmare. Right, the bin area is clean, look, or relatively clean compared to how it normally is. So last time we came here there was like a football table, like a Subbuteo table, and an old water heater there, so it's good. That's how it should be. The door's wedged open because Dennis is here, or I presume he's here, because his van's here. Right, so we're going to go into... Oh, all the bikes have gone. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Where have they gone? There was a load... Do you remember last time we came? There was about 5 or 6 bikes here. I wonder where they've gone then. Unless we've moved them. So this is the bike storage area, and it's secure under here. They can lock them. There's some shackles that are on the side of the wall that they can put their bikes on, and they can put their locks over to keep them safe. But there were about 5, maybe 6 bikes here, and they're not now. So that's good. Better for me. Much better for me. Now, before anybody says anything about the patio, yes, it needs jet washing, but also some of it needs relaying as well. But it's such a big job. But it does need doing, it does need jet washing. Right, so Dennis has already cut, look, can you see the stripes in the grass? Right, we're going to, no, that's come off. Right, we're going to, so this property consists of 4 buildings. We've got the end one, which is 18 and 20. So that's 18 and, hang on, so where are we at? 18 and 20. Then we've got flat or block 16 and we've got block 14. So we've got 4 blocks of flats effectively, and inside we've got about 27 individual flats in total. So we're going to go into block 16 today, and we're going to go into flat 3. Let's go. Open. It's Dennis.
Hello, you.
Hello.
You all right?
I'm wondering what you were doing here. Have you been in the key safe?
Yes.
Okay, that's why it's open then.
Yeah.
Smells of bacon sandwiches in here. Have you had any breakfast?
No, I'm trying to, Simon said there's a fault with this hob or the cooker. He thinks it's the hob, but I've had the hob going with teeth in order. Hob on, all 4 plates on full, nothing for half an
That's
hour.
why you can smell bacon.
That's where you can smell bacon. It is.
Well, we're just coming to do a quick video. How was your holiday?
Very good indeed, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah, enjoyed it. It was.
I wasn't sure when you were back actually, because I know that.
Yeah, nice and relaxing. So.
Good.
Yeah, I think Charlotte got it mixed up. She thought
With the dates?
We were going to pick her up on Wednesday night. I didn't land till 8 o'clock.
Well, that was off then. Right.
Do that one.
So this is a 1-bedroom flat, and the person that was living here before, I think they had the bed in here in this room, And then they had the living room in the back. So it's what we call this like a studio. So the things I'm looking for when we come to give the deposit back is the general condition of the property. Now, we do allow for wear and tear. Obviously, you know, if there's a couple of marks on the walls and stuff, that can be put down to wear and tear. But if there's any damage, then we'll take that out of the damage deposit. So the first thing I'm looking at here is the general condition, and it looks pretty good. Now, I don't know how long the tenant was here for, but it looks quite good. The curtains sometimes get cigarette burns in them, even though we don't allow smoking. So the curtains are looking okay. The carpet looks relatively clean, a little bit dirty in places, but that would be down to wear and tear, so we wouldn't be taking any money off the deposit for that. Lots of marks on the walls, but again, that's down to wear and tear. And then we've got this little kitchenette in here. So Dennis is obviously fixing the oven. The oven looks clean. I don't know if you can see that, Luke.
Yeah, it doesn't look too bad at all.
It does look clean, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So that looks good. And then we've got the actual kitchen itself. So the things I'm looking for here on the kitchen is burn marks that people potentially put hot pans down on the work surface, and there doesn't appear to be any at all. Any marks and scuffs on the flooring that will cost us quite a lot of money to replace, and any damage to the kitchen cupboards. So they all look in really good order. It looks good. So we've got a little storage area here as well. We've got some nice little cupboards in here, and we've got the fridge freezer that sits nicely in this little alcove, which looks clean, very clean. There's nothing left in there, look, that's good. Let's take a quick picture of that. So that looks really good, really impressed so far. So this area here, I think they were using as a sitting room. And of course, we've got the ensuite. So this ensuite consists of a shower, a toilet and a sink. So a little bit of black mould on the top, nothing that we can't repair. Now that would be because they've either turned the fan off or the fan isn't functioning properly, so we'll have to check that. But that's not an issue. We'll sort that out. It obviously needs painting anyway. And then we've got this little cupboard here that's got the water heater in for the hot water, because this property has no gas. So the ensuite needs a little bit more work than anything else, but you know, in general, it's pretty good. I'm quite happy. So I don't think there's any need to withhold any of the deposit from this property. I'll be talking to the property team, obviously, and making sure that we're both in line, but it looks pretty good to me. Let me know what you think in the comments, and also let me know, how much would you pay to live here in this little studio flat? Let me know in the comments. Come and look at this. See this here, look? It's a little trapdoor. This little trapdoor goes into another little room, which is just behind there. Now, I know what's in there because I've been in here loads of times. However, I don't know if it's locked or not. I'm going to go and have a little look in there now, because I've not been in that room now probably for about 4 years. There we go. Right. Padlock is there. So I don't know why this was designed like this. I really don't. But look, so we lift this up. This solid piece of oak that clips. Have you been in there before, Luke?
Yeah.
Have you? That clips onto this little hook. Now, does this lock? Is it locked? Oh, there's a light on in there as well. Right, that's locked, so we need to get the key. Right, let's see if this works. Yes. Come on in. Now look at it in here. It smells really dusty. So you can actually use this as an office. I don't know what it was used for years ago. An old workbenches here, really old electric meters. Now all of these keys are all defunct. We don't use any of them. They're all really old keys. So we just left them there. So that's actually like that when I bought the property. It's all the same. It hasn't changed. These are new locks. So those are new. And these are the security locks that we use for the building. They're called Paxton. And those contain the little black keys. So like this. So that's what they are. And we use those so the tenants don't go and get them cut. You have to give them us back, and if they don't give them us back, we can just wipe the key from the system. So yeah, it's just a little quirky room. What would you use it for? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What would you use this little tiny room for? So we've got loads of these little cupboards dotted about all over the place. I don't even know what's in them. It's probably cleaning stuff or something in there. Right, we're going to go down to another cellar. So this property has got 2 cellars, one on each side. Now this used to be an old school, and it's called College House. So this is an old coal bunker cellar. So let's go downstairs and I'll just explain to you what I mean. Now watch your step down here, Luke, because it's really precarious, okay? All right, let me get a little photo of that. I love exploring old cellars. So watch this step here because there's no plinth on it. Right, so at the moment, this cellar is used to store all of the electric meters for the whole of this side of the building. So the tenants have got access to it, they can do their own readings, they can come down and they can take their own electric readings. But look at this. So years ago, this was the coal bunker for this property, for this building. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 individual coal bunkers. And what would have happened years ago, so if you can come over here, you might not see it, it might be a bit dark, but the coal delivery would have been put down here through this old chute, and then the tenants presumably would then, or the coal men, would open up these old coal bunkers and they would have their own personal coal for their own flat, because every flat here has got a fireplace. So if you come around this side, you can't really see anything, there's nothing in there. They're all empty, so let me put my torch on. So they're completely empty, but you can see the residue of the coal. So they would come down here, they would put it into their coal scuttle, they would take it upstairs, and they would put it on their fire. I think there's an old stove or something. So I think whatever this was used for years ago, you've got like this little cubby in here that could have been a cold store. It could have been, I don't know what it would have been used for, to be fair. But it's just fascinating, isn't it? These old buildings are just full of history and steeped with untold stories. Looks like somebody's knocked that out, actually, because it used to be a wall there. So interesting. Anyway, that's the old coal shed, the old coal bunker. Wonder what that was then. What would you use it for, folks? If you had this property and you owned it, what would you use this for? Because it's just empty at the moment. Could it be used for something constructive, something a bit better than it is at the moment? It's just empty space. Let me know in the comments.